Yo, Tony, I'm out of here. Make sure this place is spotless by morning. You got that?
Oh, where is everyone else? Do I have to clean the entire place on my own? Again?
Yup. That's what I said.
But there's a ton of dirty plates in the sink and all of the kitchen equipment is still out. No one's cleaned anything around here. No one's done anything. What about the toilets? I'm not in charge of that today. I'm in charge of it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's Saturday today. Why are you guys all leaving now?
Sorry, kiddo. I'm the only one here now. I told the other guys to leave already. Anyway, they're just cooks. You're the one working as the sous chef. So you've got more responsibility. You should be thankful for that.
Oh, but...
Oh, and just before you ask me, I'm not gonna pay you any extra, so you can forget about that. Got it?
Wait, what? You mean I'm not gonna get paid for my overtime? Again?
Yep, that's right. I ain't gonna pay you for cleaning up around here.
But...
Look, Tony. This is a Michelin star restaurant. You know that, right? So you should feel privileged that you can even sit on the toilet seats here, let alone clean them.
But all of this will surely take more than 2 hours to clean up.
So what? Just do it then. What's the problem? It's not like you ain't done this before.
Right, but... This is the 5th time now. I didn't think it was going to become a regular thing.
Well, I don't need to keep reminding you that you work for a Michelin star restaurant, right? It should be an honor for you to be working here. You should feel honored that I even hired you to come and work for me. So just zip your mouth and get down to it. Chop chop. You're losing time here as we speak.
But that's insane. I've got to get up at 4 a.m. to get to the fish market tomorrow.
Well, that's even better then. Take this as some sort of training. See how well you can work with minimal sleep. Maybe you'll do better with all the adrenaline rush and all of that instead. And look, this might just be a good time to go on a fast. You finish at, say, 1 a.m. here, then you get up at 3 a.m. to head to the fish market, which means you can roughly get about 2 hours of sleep. Then, you're going to go straight to the restaurant and prepare everything, and your morning shift starts at 6 a.m. Doors open at 10 a.m. and closes at 10 p.m. So let's see, how many hours of fasting is that? Say, that's roughly 24 hours. I hear the monks in Mongolia can fast for way longer than that. This will be good training for you. Don't worry, you're all good. Just clean this mess up before we open tomorrow morning. Got it? See you then.
But...
Hey, Tony.
Yeah?
What kind of weak answer is that? Where's the energy, kiddo?
What can I do for you, Mark?
Right. That's more like it. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. Tony, look. I've got a bit of good news for you.
Uh-huh.
Look. We don't need you here anymore. Feel free to sleep in a bit, you know?
Sorry? I'm not following.
Look, kiddo. My son finally completed his culinary program. You know, at the famous American Culinary Federation. He has his new cooking license now, and he's a certified chef. We have a newly qualified chef in the house. Meaning, he'll be taking over your role. Would you look at that? My son making his father proud. Ha 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 ha.
Wait, so does that mean I'm taking over a different role? Are you giving me a promotion?
You wish. A promotion? You make me laugh, kiddo. No, I'm not giving you a promotion. Quite the opposite. You're fired. Ha 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 ha.
What? I'm fired? I'm fired? This is so sudden. Please tell me you're joking. I have nowhere to go.
Look, we don't need two sous chefs in the kitchen here, okay? You worked your way up to become the sous chef at this wonderful, prestigious restaurant. But my son is certified now. He has the knowledge and the expertise. And he's gained experience working at a different Michelin star restaurant. He's got it all. The knowledge and experience. Which you don't. So now he's in and you're out. Plus, he's my son. I've got to hire him, right?
But do you remember what you told me before? You promised to take care of me and take me under your wing until I can make it to head chef here. You said I could have the restaurant after you retire.
Huh. Oh, I did, didn't I? Well, listen, kiddo. That was an incredibly long time ago. Back before my son decided he wanted to become a chef, like me. Like father, like son, right? So anyway, you know, I can't let my son down now. Can I? Which means, like I said, you have to go. It's as simple as that, kiddo.
Well, I get that your son is certified now, but...
Look, I'm not a bad guy. I still support you. You can become head chef for sure. Just not here. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what to say. I need a minute to think. My world just fell apart.
Don't, Tony. Come on. It's not as bad as you think. It's not the end of the world. Look on the bright side, huh? You're now as free as a bird. You can fly anywhere you like. The world is your oyster.
Can I say something? I've been working here for more than a decade. I've been nothing but a loyal employee of yours, and if I can say so myself, I've been a great asset here. I'm never late, I'm not sloppy. I've built a good rapport with a lot of very important customers here. My cooking and my service are immaculate. I know there's no need to tell you these things, but I'm trying to convince you to reconsider.
I feel you, son. But look, I took you under my wing when you just dropped out of school, remember? Remember how much of a mess you were back in those days. You had nothing. And here, I gave you everything. Who taught you how to cut onions properly? Who taught you knife skills? Who taught you everything from the basics of cooking and all the other techniques that any chef would want to have, huh?
Well, that was all Ivan.
Right. And Ivan worked under me. Which also means that I was the one who taught you all of that too. You just don't see it, but that's how it was.
Right.
Look, you should be happy that you can spread your wings now. Be free, do whatever you want. What do I care? Oh, and by the way, before I forget to tell you, you're not getting any severance pay or anything, okay?
What?
Do you want me to repeat myself?
No. I mean, yes. I mean, no severance pay? Is that even legal?
Now, come on. You're not gonna tell anyone about this after how I've looked after you for 10 years now. Are you? Surely not. I expect more loyalty from you, Tony.
But that's so unfair. Don't you think?
Unfair? What's so unfair? I hired you when you were a complete mess back then and let you work for a Michelin star restaurant like ours. For 10 years? Are you telling me that's unfair?
Well, not exactly that, but... It's just that I've worked here for free, unpaid for so many hours. I sacrificed a lot for this restaurant. I made it my life to work here. So I just find it unfair that not only do I not get paid for my overtime work, but that I also don't get any severance pay.
To be honest, Tony, your working here hasn't exactly improved our reputation around these parts. I'm talking about all the rumors about you among the other guys too. They feel pretty embarrassed to be working with a dropout like you. But some of our customers find it degrading and, quite frankly, ruins our reputation by a stretch. So you'll actually be doing us all a favor by disappearing off the face of the earth. You know? If you really want to help us, you'd do that for us, won't you?
Disappearing off the face of the earth? The earth? How can you say that? After everything I've done.
Look, my son has already accepted this offer too, yeah? He's really happy about working here. We don't want to let him down either, right? You met him before, you like him, right? Let's not let him down, yeah?
Yeah, the last time I saw him, he told me he was working at an Italian restaurant. So quite frankly, I'm surprised that he's going to come to work for us since we serve authentic and traditional Russian cuisine here.
Who cares about that? No one does.
Fine. Fine, I'll leave.
Good. Hey, Tony. Remember to put the spinach in the ice bath once you've boiled it, yeah? That way the green color will stay fresh and vibrant.
Oh, hey Ivan. Thanks for the reminder. I appreciate you giving me advice all the time, even if you're already retired and you should be enjoying your time doing other things. But actually, I've got some bad news. I've just been fired now. It literally happened about an hour ago. So I'll tell one of the other guys to take care of the spinach.
What? What do you mean?
Mark just told me not to bother coming in again.
No way. Did something happen?
Nope, I didn't do anything. I really didn't.
Then why did you get fired?
'Cause his son apparently got his cooking license from the American Culinary Federation, and now he's taking over me.
What? You mean his oldest son, Luca?
Yeah, him.
But he can't even pick up a knife properly, let alone use one.
I know.
How could he have managed to get certified at a famous culinary school like that one?
I honestly have no idea how he did it. But he did, and I guess that's that.
I mean, I remember I had to teach him some basic skills before, and he just had no talent whatsoever. I thought he just wasn't meant to be in the cooking industry. Man, you never know what can happen, huh?
Yeah.
I actually happen to know one of the guys who runs that school, so maybe I'll get in touch with him and find out how he really did. He happens to be one of my high school friends, so we go way back. I haven't spoken to him in a while, so maybe I'll go for a drink with him then.
Oh, wow. You've got great connections then, huh?
Yeah, he's actually a renowned chef too.
Oh, well then, I'm sure he helped Luca out and taught him the ropes. Maybe that's how he managed to get certified.
Yeah, perhaps you're right. Oh, well.
Yeah, well, what's happened has happened now. I can't turn back time. That restaurant belongs to Mark. He's the boss. So if he wants me out, then he wants me out.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. At least you've got your severance pay coming through, though, right?
No, about that.
What?
Well, it looks like I won't be getting any of that either.
What? Why? Who says?
Mark. We talked about that too. Apparently, I'm not entitled to that since I should just be grateful that he hired me to work for him in the first place.
But you've worked there for 10 years. Surely you have the right to it.
Well, apparently I don't.
Oh boy. Do you remember how I told you that restaurant was initially established by the late Mikhail Ivanov? He was a great man. He really was. If anyone asks me whether I have a role model, it's definitely him. Anyway, he was the one who hired me back in the early 1990s. It was a hard time for a Russian restaurant, what with the Cold War just ended. But back then, being first-generation Russian-American, Ivanov opened his restaurant with high hopes. His only mission was to serve authentic Russian food too and contribute to amending relations between the US and Russia. And me, being Russian-American with no family, he hired me too. I went on board and that's how I developed my passion for cooking. The way he handled ingredients, it was like he was putting life into each of them one by one. He handled everything with great care and turned everything into art for the customers to enjoy. He really taught me a lot. Ever since then, we've lived like family. He treated me like his son. And I saw him like my own father.
Wow.
He never got married or had any children. So, us working at his restaurant, we were his family. Whenever there was trouble among us, whether it was a personal issue or work issue, there was always something he used to say.
What was that?
He would always say, "We need to look out for each other because that's what families are for." I've never forgotten that, and I live by that every day too. That's why when I used to work at the restaurant, I used to treat everyone like my own family too. Including you, of course.
Wow, I never knew about that. No wonder you treated us really well, and you still do. I truly appreciate that.
Yeah, I miss the old man.
Ivan, I think I've made up my mind now. Your story really inspired me. I think it's a good thing that I'm leaving then. Like you said, family means everything to me too. I'm not treated like one here anymore. Everything has changed and I don't feel like I belong here.
Well, I think you're right. Maybe you should think of this as a blessing in disguise. If Mikhail heard about this, I'm sure he would be heavily disappointed with what's been going on between Mark and you.
Yeah.
Let me let you in on something. I retired from that restaurant last year because I knew it was soon to be in your hands. That gave me a sense of comfort, and it made it easier for me to retire knowing that. But little did I expect Mark to fire you in such an unjust way. You're an excellent chef. You have so much more that you can do for your future. You're full of potential. I hope you know that.
Oh, no. Thanks, but I still have lots to learn.
Yeah, we all do, don't we? Learning will never stop. It's a lifelong process.
Yeah, I agree.
Tony, I have an idea.
You do? What's that?
Don't worry about it for now. Trust me, I'll take care of you.
Okay, I would much rather be with you than Mark, I guess. Are you sure you don't mind helping me?
Oh, I've never been more sure of it. You know, I don't have a son myself, but I've always wanted one. And to me, you've been a great son. I wouldn't want to lose you either way. So, what do you say?
Yeah, okay. Yes, I'll do it. I'm with you.
Tony, get to the restaurant now, you little brat.
Excuse me?
I said, come back to the restaurant.
Why? Why would I do that?
I'm giving you an opportunity to come and work for us again.
Thanks, but no thanks.
What? Are you refusing my offer? It's been 2 months since you last set foot here. I'm assuming you've depleted your savings by now. You need to earn some money, don't you? Am I right?
Well, like I said, no thanks. I'm fine.
Don't tell me you're refusing my offer because of your ego. Come on. You need this job. Don't beat around the bush. Just take the offer. You've got no time to lose.
Exactly. That's exactly why I shouldn't be wasting my time talking to you right now.
Whoa. Are you for real? You're gonna regret saying that, you know?
No. I would only regret it if I went back to the restaurant to work with someone like you.
What did you just say to me? Watch yourself, man. You'll never find another job like this one. You'll end up on the streets with all the other hobos soon.
Well, that'll be the last place I end up. Although you might just be the one to end up on the streets instead.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I'll have you know that I opened my own restaurant. The new one on 4th Street.
What? No way. No, don't tell me. That new Russian restaurant that opened last month across from the theater complex? The one with the frosted glass windows?
Yeah, that will be the one. Affordable, delicious, and satisfying. That's our restaurant concept, if you were curious.
No. How dare you? You're the one that stole all of our customers. You're the one who drove all of them away to your restaurant. It was you. Have you any idea of how much trouble it was for us, losing that many customers all of a sudden? Do you even know what we're going through now? We're on the verge of closing down. A Michelin star restaurant. We're losing to a random new joint run by a high school dropout. This can't be happening. How could someone like you even manage to open a restaurant anyway? You don't have the funds nor the means.
Well, in fact, my family helped me out.
What? What family? You don't have any family.
You remember Ivan, right? Well, we used his savings to open it up. He had plans to open his own restaurant for a long time. But he felt he wasn't able to do it after all, since he's not as nimble as he used to be. He lost faith. Until I spoke to him about what happened between us.
No way. Ivan is a good, loyal man. He was one of us. He would never do that. How dare he? Mikhail taught him everything he knows. How could he betray his legacy? What was he thinking? Is he trying to shut my restaurant down or what?
No, actually, it's quite the opposite. Ivan wants to pass down to us what Mikhail believed in. He always put his family first. His family means everyone who worked at the restaurant. I heard that he always treated everyone who worked with him like his own children. Until he passed away and you took over. And you've treated us like nothing but slaves.
What the?
Ivan is only trying to continue what Mikhail would have wanted you to do. So it's not about shutting your restaurant down, it's about keeping the family policy and faith alive.
How would an idiot like you know anything about Mikhail, huh? You watch your mouth. My son is a certified chef. You're nothing but a high school dropout with nothing to offer.
Well, actually, I'm also certified now, too. I know you had no idea. But the American Culinary Federation also certifies people with a high school diploma.
But you didn't even finish high school.
Well, I took evening courses for the last few years to get my GED, actually. That's where all of my money went. So, I got my GED a few years ago, meaning I got my high school diploma. And since I got my high school diploma, I was able to apply for the program there. I enrolled, I put in the hard work, and finished the course. And now, I'm certified.
Well, why in the world didn't you tell me that? I could have kept you and had you continue the work here, and I wouldn't have gone through all of this mess.
Well, that's a simple answer. You fired me before I could even have the chance to tell you.
Listen, let's just brush all of this under the rug. Let's talk. Man to man. What do you say?
Talk about what? I have nothing to say to you. You're an evil, heartless man that no one wants to work with besides the spoiled son of yours.
Don't talk about my son like that, you... Look. Just come back here and we'll talk like two grown men. Maybe you can split your shifts between the restaurant of yours and mine. What do you say?
No. I want nothing to do with you. I thought I made that clear to you. Besides, I thought your beloved son was taking over everything now. Surely you don't need anyone like me to go back to work for you.
No, well, you see, the thing with Luca is that He doesn't have as many years of experience, like you, I guess. So, well, darn it. I can't believe I have to explain myself to you. But I'll tell you, I'm desperate. Look, our business is in the red, okay? We're so deep in the red that I don't even know how we can get out of it. If I leave it to Luca, it'll only get worse.
Oh? Well, that's too bad. But I guess knowing him, I have to say, I'm not that surprised.
Look, Tony, I'll give you a raise. I'll pay you double what I paid you before. Come on. Do this for me, will ya?
Is this a joke? You do realize that it's not convincing when you're trying to hire someone to work for a restaurant that's about to close down, right? You must think I'm so stupid to fall for that.
How would you know that we're gonna close down? I only said that we're in the red and that it might get worse if I don't do anything about it now.
Well, actually, I know about Luca's forged certificate. I know that he doesn't have any cooking license or any certification whatsoever.
Huh? How did you find out about that?
One of the managers at the school happened to be Ivan's friend. They met up and talked one night, and that's when Ivan found out that someone bribed him to forge a certificate. He said he's been feeling guilty ever since, that he can't sleep nor eat. From what I hear, he's already gone to the police about it and confessed. So it doesn't take a genius to figure out that you're most likely to get in trouble with the law now, right?
What the... Why is everyone so damn useless? What did he do with the money I gave him then? I gave $5,000 worth of hush money to that idiot. What's he done with that then?
How should I know? But I do know that Ivan's the good guy and that he only wants to do what was right. He said that this was his way of thanking you.
Thanking me? Huh. This is a joke. Tony, you're not like Ivan. You're better than that. Right? Surely now you'll see what kind of man you'll be working for. A man whose friend takes bribes.
Bribes from you? Are you crazy?
Oh, no. Don't put this on me, Tony. Luca asked me to get the certificate forged. Look, surely this is not the way you're gonna thank me, right? You can't let the 10 years of your hard work go down the drain over this, right, son?
Listen to you. I'm no son of yours. I'm not going back. Of course I owe the restaurant a lot. The restaurant was my life.
Well then, is that to say you'll come back to us?
No, that's why I'll never ever show my face in front of you again. Remember you once said how the best way to do you a favor is by disappearing off the face of the earth? Well, here you go. I heard through the grapevine that since then, Mark and his son Luca both got arrested with felony forgery charges. Ivan's friend who helped to forge Luca's certificate was also arrested. The restaurant that I belonged to for a decade has also closed down since no one was competent enough to run it. Oh, but in good news, that severance pay that Mark refused to pay me, well, I got quite a bit of money from that. So I would say the fight was worth it. If only Mark had tried harder to follow Mikhail Ivanov's vision for the restaurant. If only he had actually treated his employees like human beings instead of slaves. This would have never happened. All I can say now is that the restaurant I'm currently happily working for is like a real family and will always help each other out. I just hope that both Mark and Luca learn a lesson in jail and come back out in society as better people, if they do. I'm sure that Mikhail Ivanov is looking down on us from up there, and he's happy now too. So I guess this was all a happy ending after all.